All right, everybody, welcome back. This is Candy. Can I start with this over again? I just lost momentum. It's been a while. Okay, it's been a long day.
Dude, you got Candy. You need to believe in yourself, man.
All right.
We're here for you.
All right.
You got this. Try it again.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the 3-Stack Podcast. I am Candy, joined by the two second best hosts ever, Boom Razzle and Huge Boner.
Wow.
I'm the first best host, so you guys are both second best.
Yeah, we're tied.
Yeah, you guys are tied.
For first.
First. There's no for second. And yeah, so we have a slew of topics to talk about, right? So obviously Apex gets a sort of like mid-season event. It's the Lost Treasures event. A host of new changes to the meta, to the map. And then on a broader topic, we do have Mixer sort of disintegrating, closing down. So we may cover that, as well as DrDisRespect getting banned on Twitch for... For
what? Dude. So have you guys...
let's start with the doc.
I want to start with the doc because that's like very new and weird. Have you this is crazy. Have you guys typed DrDisRespect into Twitch? Like it is gone.
Yeah,
really?
His page doesn't exist at the moment.
His page doesn't exist. Like that's probably how people figured it out.
What did he do?
What did he do?
No,
So
really
the people
bad.
capitalizing on the search of DrDisRespect. So many people have this in their title. So many like people are streaming like Dr.Disrespect, Dr.Dis. Like it's pretty funny. People trying to fill the gap.
So there's a Twitter bot out there. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. It's called you know what? Jamie, pull it up.
Pull it up. Who's that guy who's like in everybody's business on Twitter?
Rod something?
Keemstar?
Yeah. No. Yeah, the Rod.
You're getting,
4475.
Rod.
you're getting ahead of me. Hold on. The bot's related to all this. Anyway.
Well, I know. I just wanted to fill the air. Sorry.
Yeah, we can edit this, bro.
Oh, right.
Bro?
Yeah, there's editing and post.
Is that really a bot? That was a real person.
No, there's a bot that will like get notified as soon as someone gets banned from Twitch.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that.
and it tells you
Damn it.
in the
It's
bot.
called
I'll just let them
ban bot or something on Twitter. You're talking about now.
Wait, why does
yeah,
bot matter? I mean, we know he's banned.
That's how the news got broke. That's,
I see.
That's what we were saying.
Jesus Christ, there's some like reporter out there like following this bot, checking on it.
I saw that in my
Interesting.
feed as well. Somebody retweeted it. I thought it was the Rod guy.
No. So that happened, and then the Rod guy is someone with some clout. He knows people in the industry or whatever,
Right.
and so he anonymously reports like what people are saying about certain things that are ongoing, and he's claiming, or his sources, I should say, are claiming Doc is not just banned, but he's perma-banned, and it's not due to DMCA takedowns, aka live streaming music with copyright. So
Right. It's not DMCA
kind of
related.
weird.
Which that would be weird because people who have had the DMCA happen to them, like the copyright strike or claim or whatever it's called. I think people who have even immediately gotten 3 strikes, like I think they're back up and running, right? I don't know if you guys know, but there were people who like found out by getting the copyright strike like emailed to them. So they didn't go down the same path as whatever's happened in DrDisRespect, which is like literally wiped off the platform.
Here, I got here. Read this. All right, let's put.
Read this.
Here.
Read this.
Read that.
Oh, you're posting something.
Yeah.
Before
We'll
I
put
read
Craig
this,
on pause.
because he had a cheating scandal. It's got to do with gaming. Should I read this out loud?
I don't know if it's true, and it's not very clear. It seems kind of shady.
Yeah, I don't know if I would.
This is something I found. We already knew that he cheated on his wife with a female Twitch streamer during TwitchCon. Like, I don't understand.
Right. Something I thought a strong lead that I had heard, like the only thing that makes sense was that there could be some sort of fallout. Basically him streaming on Twitch might have been like a temporary or like a probationary period after he had broken the law at TwitchCon last year and recorded in the bathroom, which I guess is against California state law. So I don't know, somebody like probably the most level-headed like conjecture that I had heard was that maybe it was somehow related to that and something had played out like in a court, and now Twitch is like forced to do something about it.
Maybe.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you can like the doc, like I admire him a lot too, but you could basically like count on one hand like the really big bad things that he's done, and two of them were like, yeah, cheated on his wife, and then he
yeah, but that's not like illegal though. Like he shouldn't have
right.
been.
So I don't think it's that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that. And I mean, it's the only thing that he'd done that had broken the law and also gotten him suspended, which might have just been like a temporary thing because he is like a Twitch, like more than a Twitch partner. He's like, he probably has a special contract with them, like Shroud to Mixer. Yeah, it might be related to TwitchCon last year. Is that when he recorded in the bathroom? TwitchCon, right?
I don't know.
But
it's just so
related to that event.
I just think it's dumb. I don't think you should. You know what? Well, I'm sure we'll find out what it is. Maybe I'm biased because I like him as a creator so much. So I'm like, blind to whatever, faults he has. But it just seems so out of nowhere. And then like, I just feel like there's streamers out there who have done probably worse. Who'd, I mean, I'm not going to say anything. I just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So with like, I don't know, dude, because like we still don't know anything, and despite this dude on Twitter's pretty good record, what we do know is he's banned for an unforeseen amount of time, and there's no reason behind it. That's literally all that's confirmed right now. So
yeah,
I don't know, man. Like it could be a lot worse than is being like portrayed, but it could also be something very small. It actually could be a DMCA thing, and Twitch is just really standing up for the music industry and saying, look guys, we just banned one of our biggest streamers, take this seriously because you're all still doing it. That it may be as simple as that, but I don't know, especially because I guess he didn't even hear about it until he tried going live today.
Wow.
And that was when, like I guess he tried going live, then the bot sent the thing out on Twitter, and then like everyone freaked out. I don't know.
Is there a like a recording of like, did he make it live? Like, was it cut off abruptly, or was it like a failed launch kind of thing?
From what I read, he got banned sometime in between going off stream and then trying to go back on stream, and he didn't know that it happened, supposedly.
So there's this bot that keeps track of people who got banned. It reminds me of like the Hunger Games, like after each evening, there's like a tribute to those who have fallen. Yeah. People saw the doc's name, like, oh shit.
he was from City 2. He was bred for this. Meanwhile, Candy's from the coal district. He has like a banana and a Swiss Army knife. Like, yes, I got a shot.
I don't know. All this tells me though is that like, I mean, as much as being a streamer, being YouTubers, like to the young kids, it's looked upon as like the dream job. But at the end of the day, you're putting your business in someone else's hands, right? You're putting your platform, your business is on someone else's platform, so that shit can shut down anytime. I mean,
talk about fragile. That's scary.
Yeah, dude. Like I remember when the adpocalypse happened, like a lot of like companies that manage channels and stuff that like lived off of ad revenue like really suffered. So it's kind of scary, which kind of brings me into Mixer just disintegrating.
Yeah, that I mean, so far, Doc getting like a possible perma-ban, if it's true, that's probably just as big, if not bigger, in terms of like the loss to the gaming community. But like, there's people whose literal incomes were just gone. With like, I mean, they didn't give notice before they made the announcement public. A lot of people found out live on stream, which is crazy, but. I mean, so I think it's officially shutting down operations on the 22nd of July, but they were also given the opportunity to move to Facebook, which is good. It's a nice gesture, but it's not going to be the same, you know? Like if either of any of us moved platforms completely, like you're not going to get everyone to come with you. And Shroud and Ninja are proof of that, you know?
Right.
Yeah, basically you're almost starting over from scratch.
Yeah, I mean, everyone is talking about Shroud Ninja, and like I'm sure Shroud Ninja came out on this on top, but like everyone else in the middle and below is like I
They're
don't know.
the only ones.
Yeah, they got screwed. I have a couple of friends who just like they just don't know what to do. Like it's just I don't know, man. Scary world, scary. But though, honestly, though, like I mean, I know Mixer was supposed to be like the up and coming platform to challenge Twitch, but like even before any of this shit happened, I always thought Facebook was where like a lot of growth was at. I forgot what report it was, but it came out like last year, and they showed like I think it was either live streaming hours or like just concurrent live viewers on each platform. And as far as growth goes, Facebook was like way more than Mixer. Like Mixer was like
Yeah.
not. I'm doing a really bad job at quoting this, but like basically Mixer was like third place, next to like Twitch and Facebook. Like Facebook was like popping.
With YouTube in fourth.
What was that? I don't know actually. I have to find it.
Well,
Okay.
so the growth that Mixer's experienced in the last year was only 2% in viewership, I believe. Facebook gaming has gone up like 400% in the last year, which is insane.
Yeah, and then Facebook is not paying any Shrouds or Ninjas to join their platform. It's just kind of
They're paying some people. They're paying Disguised
Some.
Toast. Disguised
Yeah.
Toast. That's a top 10 Twitch streamer.
That is true. That is true. I do remember from my end there were like rumors and murmurings of Facebook handing out deals last December. I think they were going for like sort of like not huge streamers like the DrDisRespect, the Ninjas, the Shrouds, but like kind of like a step below that. So,
How weird is it though? Like Doc gets banned the same week that Mixer shuts down. Like that.
yeah, that's kind of weird.
That's really weird.
2020 has just
Timing.
been weird.
Dude, fuck this year.
Yeah,
Like
it's
for
been
real,
really
man.
bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think we covered those topics pretty well. You guys
That's
want
all
to
I
move
gotta
on?
say about that.
That's all I gotta say about that. You guys want to get into a new box of chocolates with that Apex content patch we got?
Content.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So we have the new patch that dropped. We've had a few days to digest it. I don't know. I mean, what do you guys want to talk about first? The character changes?
Yeah,
All right. Let's
that's
dive
a big
into,
one.
Let's dive into. Let's pick a big one, Wraith, because everyone likes Wraith.
Who plays Wraith here?
You. You.
Okay, I'll go. So when I first heard that they were like quote unquote nerfing Wraith and changing how like when you hit Q, there's a like an extended timer on hitting it. I was like, whoa, okay. It was already like short enough that you could get beamed, and it's not like a lot of people like to call it like the oh shit button. That's not actually the case. It never was. I mean, it could be, but it's not like you're just instantly invincible and then you just run and you're like faster than everyone. Now though, it's like you are faster, which is great because the movement speed is perfect. But like using her Q to push into squads is way better now than it was to use her Q to go out and run away from a fight or like just reposition real quick when you're taking fire. And the reason why that is, and the thing that I feel like a lot of players haven't realized yet, is the ability to see people while you're phased is honestly, it's practically overpowered. Like they buffed Wraith substantially.
That's a
with
huge,
her Q.
huge.
I wonder if I don't think that there's consensus that she was buffed, but I agree as well. I think there's still people who are like, why are you changing this?
I've never heard a pro say it's a nerf.
Well,
maybe not a pro.
The portal being shortened by 25%, I think is a straight like nerf. I can see that hurting her contributing power to like the team effort. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like it's kind of noticeable, but it's not bad enough to where I'm like, wow, they destroyed her ult. You know, the weird thing about it though is it feels like they shortened the distance that the portal travels, but they didn't change the amount of time you're in the portal. I honestly think it's a bug because you go really slow through her port now. It's kind of weird looking.
Oh,
I don't know if you've noticed that.
we'll
A
have to
lot of
like go
people.
through a clip and time it, and then go to the training ground and try it again.
Yeah, I mean it's super noticeable. But yeah, I mean overall, I think Wraith, despite the ultimate nerf, if you're a more aggressive player and you're playing Wraith in an aggressive playstyle, which you should be, um, I think it's overall. I think it's a huge buff. And then you add on the new event skin, the No Reg Legends is back. I've dumped mags into people and done like half the damage I should have. And if before it was broken, and she had apparently Gibby's hitbox,
Yep.
Yeah,
which
she's
is
very weird
crazy.
right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
so like honestly, like if you're running that skin in pubs and ranked right now, like you're a scumbag. Like it's so broken. But yeah, I mean overall, I love the changes, man. I'm very happy.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I like the weeb animation. You know, it's a little kind of cool little change. But I'm kind of happy they took this kind of approach as opposed to like just chopping her legs off like what they did with Pathy. I feel like they just kind of like straight butchered him. But um, I don't know. I guess it does also open up sort of opportunities for like a new meta to kind of like take form because we also have
Yeah.
Revenant getting buffed out of his mind with with the infinite death totem range. Very very strong. I feel like if they did that, they should have reverted the HP amount back to like 1 instead of the 50.
Ooh.
And I mean, like I think that might have been
Oh.
better.
It's
But
kind of weird. Like, so we've been playing Revenant this week, and I think as we've been dropping these totems and demon pushing people, we're thinking like about getting the totem closer and closer. Like you want to be like the perfect totem is like behind cover, but close enough to where you can capitalize on this team that you hopefully just did a bunch of damage to because you basically like just jumped on them, like you ape a team.
right.
And it's just like the shock and awe push that he's so strong with. So the weird thing about that is like it didn't need this infinite mobility change in order to be what is starting to play out as the ideal spot to put a totem. Because if you're too far, you'll just go back. Like it's not effective because you won't be able to return to the totem. Like you spend so much time running.
Yeah.
It's kind of a waste. So it's kind of ironic. Like wasn't Revenant like this like last
Before?
time? And then
Yeah, yeah.
the only other buff was stopping Pathfinders mid grapple, and they don't exist anymore. And Wraith mid void
It could be a
activation.
havoc.
So
It could be a havoc situation where people didn't really realize the power of it until they try it. You know.
I think it's that plus like the small buff to crypto and then like the rebalancing of Wraith. So it's kind of like everything else brought Revenant more into focus. Because yeah, now that I'm looking at it, like very little changed with Revenant, but I wonder if it's because of Pathfinder's nerf that this has been allowed to happen. Because otherwise, as an individual, Pathfinder's way too strong.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's funny. I think probably Pathfinder's the most problematic to the meta. That's why he's just like really in the penalty box right now with the really long queue time. The zip line, you can't dance on it anymore, and the low profile. There's a lot of reasons not to play this like potent mobility character.
Yeah.
Allowing everybody else to shine.
People, I know a lot of. Okay, I say a lot of pros, really just a handful of pros that I've seen on Twitter and always complain about the Revenant meta, like how it's just
Yep.
constant aping and brain dead or yada yada yada. So I'm not a professional player, so I don't really know what it's like per se. Part of me is excited for a new meta and seeing new ways of new play styles, but the other side is like, ah man, Revenant might need some tweaking. So I'm not exactly sure, but either way, it seems like he's really like punched a hole in lineups.
Yeah, it seems like the meta is in shambles right now. Honestly, I think whatever the next tournament is, I'm not sure the date.
I think it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. It's
Nani.
Saturday, 27th.
What, dude? That's gonna be fun to watch. Honestly, nothing like a shifting meta for some fun.
That's what I'm saying though. It's like I think it'll be fun to watch, but I don't know if it would be fun for the pros to play because they're so used to like like 19 squads left at zone 5. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I want to see him adapt though. Like these are the best of the best, and
yeah,
I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of sympathy for them wanting to clutch to the old ways.
I think Revenant is the buffs that they made to him were needed to make him
right.
like
Had to be
even remotely usable.
Right.
I do kind of agree though that the other legend rebalances are part of why he's really good now, but I think you're also really underestimating the range being removed from the death totem.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is just
you could take a jump tower and force the fight onto someone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's like if you get sent back, oh well, but like if you do that, I mean that's not the right way to play him, of course, but if you do that, like you either get a free kill or you get sent back and you're completely out of harm's way, assuming like someone didn't see where you put the totem,
Right.
Like I think the ideal spot to put a rev totem is from height. Like adjacent buildings on World's Edge, you know what I'm saying? So like you put it on the roof
from height. I hate that shit.
Yeah, exactly. Because
like
so
oppressive.
Because unless you have a Pathfinder, you can't get up to them now. So like the Revenant buff has also like kind of, I feel like it's gonna kind of force some teams to like maybe try sticking with Pathfinder, because like teams are gonna start doing that a lot more, especially in pubs and ranked. And like, how do you counter that if you don't also have the exact same legend meta, or squad build essentially? I don't know. It's crazy.
The power of toteming from height is the difference in choosing how the fight is going. You like jump on a team from height. If things went well down there and you're sent back and you did more damage than you took, then you go back.
Yeah, you
if
just
that team barely touched you and they repelled you well, you can hold. Like that's just so much choice and control in how the fight goes. And I think that's why we were having fits in ranked after the change, because teams were monopolizing on how good Revenant is.
Yeah, I specifically remember one fight in swamps where like
I'm talking about that fight too.
Yep. Okay.
I'm talking about that fight too.
Yeah, we got thirded like twice there.
Well, I have no idea what you're talking about, but shoot, what was I gonna? I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
Cool.
It was important. It was really cool. Like it sounded really good in my head. I was like, damn, this is like some contributing idea, a really really good idea. But I lost it. I know what it was. I think Revenant might fix the viewer experience of Apex Legends, because I always felt like pro level tournament Apex Legends, like honestly, like I kind of just tune out for like the first, I want to say like 20 minutes, and then it's like the last like few zones, right when shit's about to happen, is when I'm like really invested.
Yes.
And if I feel like that way, I can imagine a bunch of other people feel that way, and maybe while it may not be very fun for the pros to play like this, but I mean, at least there's like fights kind of like more evenly distributed, throughout the game, as opposed to like just like a loot fest for like, 15, 20 minutes and then like a crazy finale.
Well, plus comp's going back to Kings Canyon right now. Like they're scrimming right now on Kings Canyon, and it's TSM's running crypto with a Revenant, and Hal is still on Wraith. And then a lot of other teams are doing the same thing, but you're also seeing like some teams are trying Watson still, even though she got a massive nerf. I'm surprised people are even still experimenting with her at this point.
I think they should just do Caustic instead of Watson at this point. Yeah,
that's what other teams are doing too. They're doing Caustics. You're not seeing as many, strangely enough, not as many Gibbies anymore. And you're not really seeing a lot of Lifelines either, despite Lifeline's big bust. But we'll get back.
Revenant
to all that
Sons
later.
does screw Gibby quite a bit though. Like he's like a straight up counter to Gibby in my opinion, because you could just silence Arm Shield,
silence his nuts,
bubble, and his ult. Like Gibby's just a giant hitbox at that point. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, to its credit though, like silence is hard to get off on someone.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like shooting the ball, like it's not easy to hit someone with it at all.
AoE's not huge.
It's not easy for me to hit somebody with it, but all the revenants I've seen have been great at it.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Either way, well, I mean, like, I just like that this is even a discussion, right? Like, I'm happy that like some teams are trying different characters instead of every team being Wraith, Watson, Gibby, or Pathfinder. You know what I mean? Like now it's a bit more expanded. Now we have what, maybe 5 characters that are, or maybe even 6 characters that are like possibly maybe good in tournaments, right?
Dude, Complexity played with a
Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, yeah, and
that work out?
I watched it live. They dropped 32 kills in their first game. 32 kills.
What did the Bloodhound contribute?
It was basically giving them wall hacks because, like, I mean, it's Complexity, right? They were all playing really tight, sticking together. They would do the Bloodhound scan, and it comes up like every 15 seconds or something crazy now.
No,
it's 20 seconds.
Really?
Okay, it's a lot. You can spam it.
Yeah, it's often. And so like they would scan, say there's 2 teams over here, there's like a solo right here, you know, jump on the solo and, you know, we'll push this guy. And like that's all they did. It was crazy. They were just forcing fights the entire game that I watched.
I think that's cool.
It was crazy, dude.
That's dope.
Yeah, I loved it. As a viewer and a spectator, someone who's into that, you know, like it was one of the best games I've seen anyone play in recent history. And I was like, holy crap, this is if this is like the new thing that they're doing and they're just gonna full send it on these squads all the time, this is great, you know, because there's no more Watson fencing up and then using her ult, you know, putting her Jenny down in a spot where you can't shoot it and just doing poke damage with Evos until you got red on like your 3 stack, you know, like I don't know, man. Yeah. Shit's wild out there right now.
yeah. I mean, I definitely like it. I'm really curious about tomorrow. I hope Respawn doesn't do like a knee-jerk, like massive nerf on Revenant. Maybe they can bring in like another legend to help counter Revenant. You know, like an obscure legend that doesn't really get used that much somehow. You know, can counter. I don't know.
Anyway, you guys want to talk about the next legend on the list?
Dude, Crypto with that faster cooldown on the bot is so sweet.
I haven't noticed that. I haven't used Crypto.
It's kind of hard to notice. I mean, it's a good quality of life.
The biggest one is
you mean just from summoning it, right?
That's it's like you summon it a second faster.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, the other big one is Lifeline.
Exactly.
I thought Lifeline would be like almost tournament level now, given her you can just tap a revive and it just goes. It's pretty nutty in pubs. I don't know how good it's gonna be in tournaments, but even her care package got buffed too. What was that?
Yeah, she's a pub champion right now.
Yeah,
she's really good. Without the fast heal, she's not like broken, and not that it needs to.
I think it's balanced. Like I don't think it's too powerful.
I think it is balanced.
I think it's a little OP when she gets gold bag. Personally,
yeah,
that's when it's like apparent. Like, whoa.
Yeah, you just got that for free. Like it's usually late games, then your team has purple or red anyway, so they're like really strong when they get up, right back in the fight.
Yep.
Yeah, what I mean by
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say what I mean by it not being broken is at least in my experience in other games, like in order to be at the professional level where you're seeing it something in like a meta in tournaments, it almost has to be broken, at least relative to your other options. It has to be 1-to-1 stronger than everything else. That's why everybody is running, you know, Gibby is on the fence right now. Whereas before he was an auto include, like Gibby was broken, like the faster heal time. There was a time when how many nerfs has he gotten since he came out? What was it, season 4 with all of those buffs?
5 buffs and then 2 nerfs, I think.
Yeah, like that before those 2 nerfs, like that was a very, very strong character. Auto include, so much utility.
Yeah, I mean he's still run in a lot of high level ranked games. You know, speaking of Lifeline, Rogue, the NRG content creator, LOL, he likes to laugh about that.
Wait, what? I'm confused.
Rogue, the person, not the organization.
Right. Wait, why does he like to laugh about? What is he laughing about?
he'll kill people and he'll say content creator, by the way, even though he's extremely skilled.
Oh, he's a content creator for NRG? I thought he was in the pro team.
So anyway, no, he's not on the pro team, Candy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the pro team's Nathan, Frex's, and the other guy's name is escaping me at the moment.
Did he
and I
get
feel
signed
stupid.
as a content creator? Or did he get signed?
Rocker's the third.
Yeah,
sorry,
but did
what?
Rogue get signed as a content creator from the jump?
Yes.
Or oh.
So anyway, he was playing Watson all through season 4. And up until this point, he was on Watson, and he was for a ranked gamer, he was the best Watson I've seen play the game because his 301 shot, he just never missed. Like just the way he plays Watson was perfect for any squad he was on. But he has dumped Watson now, and he's on Lifeline, so he's been playing with Lou and Fun FPS at night. Lou's always on Wraith for the most part, and Fun's always on Gibby for the most part. And I mean, the combination of Lifeline and Gibby with a Wraith in the hands of those 3 guys is just like, it's crazy watching them just destroy lobbies game after game, man. So I don't know, dude. It's like Lifeline may not be good for like high level comp and scrims, but she's really, really strong. At least in my opinion. I think she's great.
Yeah.
Well, I think she has more of a chance to appear in a tournament than say Bangalore would. So I think she's up there.
Oh yeah, Bang is, I don't know, man. Like I guess unless you're running a Bloodhound with your team, and it's like I heard other people say this, like, yeah, dude, just run Bangalore and Bloodhound. Like, what the hell, did the game just come out again? Like that's what people used to say, and it didn't work out.
Yeah,
yeah, it's kind of weird. Bangalore, needs some help.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're gonna run Bang, you might as well just run Caustic at this point. You know, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Gas
does damage. Yeah. Oh, man. I hope they don't nerf him anymore. Right now, he can. So for those that are listening, and Caustic got a slight nerf with his barrels. You can basically disable them anytime they're cast, like by shooting them at the base. I hope they don't mess with it anymore. I'll be very sad.
Wait, can you still do it after they're going off though? I thought it was just you can auto shoot them.
No. Can't
right.
do it when
so
they're
as soon as
gone
they
off.
lay them,
As soon as it touches the ground and starts inflating, you can disable them.
Okay.
I actually haven't tried that yet, and I played Caustic a couple times, and I didn't notice it happen to me. So it's still pretty situational, but I definitely a nerf. Because it used to feel so bad racing a Caustic, basically for this like animation to conclude, and then see who can shoot the body first, who could shoot the base first. That was not a fun race to do. So it's nice to like be able to be proactive against a Caustic.
Right.
At least if they're like trying to gas you like right in your face, like that's their play. They're not going to shoot you. They're just going to like throw a can in the doorway. It's kind of nice to be able to swat that down. So I'm pretty happy with that one. I think he's really good right now. Honestly, I think it's the area denial and the fortified. Like having fortified is just so good for Caustic right now. He feels tanky.
It's funny because since Caustic got like quote unquote more popular, I haven't really been playing as much.
Yeah, I've noticed that in particular.
I've noticed several Caustic mains like lamenting his popularity.
Yeah,
it's kind of funny. He was a niche, like, edgy character.
An Apex hipster, man. He doesn't like the popular characters.
Who am I playing now these days? Well, nowadays I'm just like playing characters for videos, right? So well, no, I like Loba, but I haven't played her much. I've been playing a lot of Revenant. I did a bit of Wraith yesterday. I don't know. I mean, those 2 characters are fun, but not really my style. I think I don't know. I think I'll have to go back to Loba once this is all over.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. The same thing that we kind of hounded Respawn for when Revenant first came out, but we were all like, oh, Loba, like, yeah, she's pretty good. She's pretty good. And then they come out with this new meta swap, and now it's like, who the fuck is Loba? Like you just don't see her anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And like every time I see a Loba Q away from me, I just like know, like, okay, I'm throwing a nade in that direction. And if it hits, great. And if it doesn't, then I'll just be right on her in a second because my Q's fast now. Like they like buffed so many other legends now that Loba feels weak. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. I'm kind of sad about it too, but I don't know. I mean, they also nerfed her too, right? Like this latest patch with the ammo count not being a full
Oh,
on. Yeah.
those are
What?
buffs.
Wait, what?
They buffed it, so now instead of just filling up the stack that's not full, you get a full stack period.
Oh, really? I must have read that wrong.
And her bracelets no longer stop by Watson ults.
Yes, that was the buff. But let me reread
I could have
this.
the verbiage was weird. I thought it was a nerf as well. I thought it read.
Yeah, it says Black Market Boutique will now only pick up 1 stack of ammo rather than 1 stack plus the amount that was required to fill whatever parts stack you had in your inventory. So it seems
It's almost as if that was a bug.
It seems to me like it's less ammo.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I misunderstood that then. So
Yeah.
okay, so
Yeah.
it used to be you fill up, you get a full stack, and then you fill up whatever stack isn't already full.
Yes.
So say
apparently.
you have one light bullet and you double click a stack of light.
Yeah,
It'll give you 60 light and then fill up
59.
that other stack. So you'll get 60 plus 59.
quick
what it
math,
used to do.
119.
Wow.
You're so
and
smart.
then you subtract the 59. And now what's that, genius?
7.
Well, it's 60.
So it's 7, I'm pretty sure.
Well, now you only get 7 light. That sounds like a nerf to me.
I guess you're right then.
I think it's a nerf. I think it's a nerf.
Yeah, it is. All right,
Damn.
I sit on my
It's,
gaming chair corrected.
Why did they do that? Loba
She certainly didn't need any.
I don't.
I
That's
don't know.
why
It's very small, but
yeah, that's what I don't understand is when they have a pool of legends that are like just clearly not very good. Like Loba, God bless her soul, she's great, but like she's not very good. And like why why? Like why?
This is so funny.
And
hearing
then
this after our last conversation about Loba.
same thing with Mirage, right? So his passive now, if you're within 5 meters, you can see his little hollow emitter, the little circular things on his arms. Like what? Like why? It wasn't like TSM was dominating in ALGS with Mirage because of the cloaked passive revive thing. Like
I have noticed a lot more glowy Mirages that I've been killing. It is so brain dead shooting Mirage now.
I don't understand. Like just leave it. Don't. It's not broken. Just don't touch it.
Yeah, that's I don't know. Little
Like
weird.
sure, I can see like incremental changes like this for like the top legends, right? Like I can see, for example, like Gibraltar's fast seal going down from 25 to 15. Okay, like that's a small change, but it's on a quote unquote top legend that you would see all the time in competitive. That makes sense. Matter of fact, I think they're trying to get rid of fast seal in general with a removal from Lifeline. But anyways, no, I just don't understand why Respawn does like small nerfs. Are they balancing off of like public match data as well?
I
like-
would imagine they're only pub match data. Honestly.
No, really?
Oh yeah. I mean,
I don't think.
maybe the Watson change was specifically for scrims and ALGS and tourneys and whatever, but like everything they've ever said, like Lifeline is one of the most winning and best legends, so we're gonna rebalance her and rework her. And it's like that can't be true because I haven't touched Lifeline in forever. But in an average gamer's mind, Lifeline's fun and easy to use. So like, yeah, I absolutely think that a lot of these changes are based on public matches, like low skill level public matches, or that's their player base. Like why would they just use scrims as an example?
It certainly has to be difficult balancing a game for high level as well as like more casual enjoyment.
I always thought a game should be balanced off of the top level play, in my opinion. Like
I don't disagree, but I don't think that's
Yeah.
Dota used to be like that. I don't know if it is anymore, but like it was always more healthy because it trickles down, right? Like if it's balanced at top level play, it's gonna be, pretty balanced at the ranked level. In pubs, I mean, who gives a fuck? It's pubs, like I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. You say that, but the Wraith back and forth with everyone, there's not consensus, like you said. But like, I mean, I still have yet to see a single Wraith main who is like a top tier player say, yeah, no, this is a nerf. I don't like what they did with Wraith. I'm not playing Wraith anymore, But like, there's other players out there like, man, my Wraith, what'd they do?
Yeah, but see, like that's like a learning thing. Like,
sure,
this is kind of like, I don't know. I don't know, dude, because like I remember when Mirage got changed to its latest iteration with like the movable clones and stuff. Like there was a handful of like Mirage players be like, "Oh man, Mirage sucks now. I missed his invisible ults. You know, he used to play him so aggressively by being invisible." Like I don't know. I tend to think comments like that stem from like people not making a playstyle change as opposed to Legend actually being not good or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I tend to think it's more on the player in those cases rather than the Legend itself.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. I do not disagree.
Uh, Octane's double jump pad. I don't think it's enough.
Whack.
Yeah. You know what his ultimate should be? He should have he should be able to make all of his teammates like run faster. I'm telling you, that might be huge. If you could just do a group teammate like 5 to 10 second stim, everyone just runs like really fast.
I don't know. Does that like put him into the rare category of like non-consensual ultimate abilities? You know, like
Oh.
imagine playing in pubs with some random and like you're in a fight and he just decides I'm gonna use my ultimate, and then like suddenly like your movement is
You are
like thrown
fuming.
off, your aim's thrown off, and it's like, dude, like you could literally troll people with something like that.
Yeah, fair. If they can implement
non-consensual ulti.
Like
If-
when Candy used to gas in our buildings and we were in a fight. I never consented to that.
all right. Then maybe have it so the launch pad when you land gives you like 10% or 10% or whatever 40% speed boost. You know, that could be it. So you have to like jump on a launch pad to get that benefit.
You know, Octane's passive is a slow and steady heal, and his Q is a slow and steady, burn on your heals. What if his ultimate's healing related? What if his ultimate increases his passive ability regardless of incoming damage for like 5 seconds? Where like
For everybody or just him?
probably just him, I would say, but you know, imagine like you're mid fight, you hit your ult real quick, and then you go into a fight, and it gives you an extra maybe 20 HP on your base health, like something like that. I don't know. Otherwise, like Octane needs a full rework, in my opinion, to make him even remotely viable. Because the jump pad's it's fun, but it's lame. It'll never be competitive ever.
I really like Johnny on Twitter.
Which one?
Soar.
Okay.
And he tweets out his thoughts on Apex and balancing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he tweeted out the other day about like basically if they take out like one more mobility thing, like movement nerf in Apex, like he was like, I'm done, man. Like if wall jumping leaves the game, I think he says like, I'm out. I'm sure he's exaggerating or whatever, but I agree with the sentiment that like I think the appealing thing about Apex is the movement, as well as the gunplay is really satisfying, but like the movement's very special. And sure, B hopping, I get it. It's like it's an abuse of like the foundation of the game. It's not something they intended, so they got rid of it.
I like B hopping.
B hopping was great. Me too. I wish it was still in the game.
Wait, what? You just contradicted yourself.
What? No, I get that they had to take it out.
Okay.
But I liked it. I advocated for learning it, and I wish that it was still in the game. But I understand that it's not something the developers wanted, and that it was like an abuse of the mechanics of how the game works. Yeah. So that's kind of why they kicked, B hopping out of the game. But there's but now they have the zipline dancing thing.
Yeah,
and there's been several incremental ways in which they've made movement in the game less interesting and lowered the skill ceiling. And it'd be cool if they introduced something to raise it up a little bit. Even Pathfinder, the grapple is something you really need to practice. And you can get so good at it. I have over 1 million grapple and I'm not even that good at it. I still can't fathom how who is that guy that in Capital City grapple.
Daltouche.
Daltouche. The
Who is
Daltouche
that
grapple.
guy?
Who is that guy? Actually, I know Daltouche, but I forgot who it was.
Not just funny, it was him.
It's just funny, like that guy. That's when he was on PlayStation. Anyway, where I'm getting with this, I'm so long-winded, sorry, is Octane, maybe they should like introduce a whole suite of ways that you can move on his jump pad. Like, what if you're sliding into it? It's more like you're a skipping rock or something. Like you can stay low to the ground. Like, what if air strafe was like a lot harder, like a lot more responsive when you hit it, so you can like really turn in the air. Like the double jump was like such a small step in the direction. Honestly, it does not raise the skill ceiling in mobility. And I've seen suggestions like, what if you could jump on the jump pad like a grapple? Like the grapple was very creative. Like what if the jump pad was analogous, and then the whole team can do it, you know?
Yeah.
So sorry, that's my long-winded take.
Well, I just don't even know how they could. I mean, I'm sure Respawn could think of something pretty creative. I mean, they usually come up with pretty creative solutions, but I do agree with you though. Like Octane's jump pads, kind of a wet rag, wet rag. You know,
make it good.
I feel like these quote unquote buffs they gave Octane too, like that can't be it. Like there's got to be more planned, right? There's no way they play tested him and said, okay, 10% faster on the stim. Yeah, man, we're thumbing now. Like this feels really good. You know, like it's literally, I don't notice it.
I can't feel it, but I could feel it in Wraith's Q. Did they do it? I don't know.
What do you mean? Did they do that?
Because Wraith is 30% speed now.
Yeah, like
so that's an old Octane stim, which is bonkers.
Yeah, Wraith is noticeably faster when you Q. I mean, it's not like crazy fast. I think it's good. But yeah, like the jump pad thing, man. It's like, let's get rid of it, rework it. I don't like it. It's whimsical. That's what it is. Like this at best.
You can make it a ability, like just like a regular. Like maybe have him be a unique legend with 2 abilities, 2 Qs, so to speak. And then give his ult something else. You know?
Yeah, maybe like what if so he stims, that's his Q. Maybe his ultimate is like a no damage taken like super stim, and he's like 60% faster or something insane. You know, he just takes off for like,
but that still wouldn't contribute anything to the team. Like the reason why I want like a group speed thing is because I think every legend that's in the top, like, you know, in the top of the list for tourneys, all have a team thing about them. I don't know.
Yeah. Are we being naive about this? Like, are we basically just saying this because we somehow believe that every legend should have their time as like the meta defining? Like, are we trying to achieve like them all being interchangeable in their effectiveness? Because the one thing I would say about Octane is that he has a very strong, like, I don't know if aesthetic isn't the right word, but like it's very coherent, like between his lore and his abilities. It all makes, it's a very cute character. And maybe that just doesn't add up to being S tier ever. But now it's like he is at least more viable than what he was, and he's currently at the design level that they want. Like, is that I don't know.
I don't know. You say that, but like Mirage, they totally reworked him. You know, he sucked.
Right.
Before this, or I should say before season 5, I think it was when his changes occurred. Like Mirage was the worst legend, and there was no dispute there. And if you felt differently, then you know it is what it is. But it's
what is it? Well, it is what it is. But what is it? Then
it is what it is. If I have to explain it to you, then you just don't understand. You fall in the category. I'm sorry. You're the weakest link. Goodbye. But no, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think
I get it.
I think they should rework really weak legends, and Octane is definitely next. You know,
maybe just swap his Q and his ultimate. Q, jump pad. So he kind of has like a grapple-esque or Loba teleporter-esque ability for his Q. And then his ultimate is a stim that stims him and his teammates. Boom. Perfect.
Nah, I don't like the teammate thing, but like
You
if
know
you
what?
made his stim super fast, then count me in. That's exactly. I think we've made that suggestion about him before.
Yeah, but what's that going to do?
What do you mean?
I mean, if a stim is like a stim, man, if it's like longer
It's
and
like
faster,
speed hacking.
like that will speak for itself. If you hear the pitter patter of those mechanical legs, and you know that there's like somebody just absolutely thumbing down like that, I would be shook.
Yeah, I mean, like it's
don't
like
know,
Bangalore's
man.
passive, but on steroids, and her passive is what currently makes her like pretty decent. If it wasn't for that, she would suck. And that's not a team ability. That's just I need to run from
Yeah.
danger. And having an ultimate where you can't phase, you can't grapple, but I can get behind that rock in like literally like 1 second flat and start healing right away. That's big, man. Like that helps your team by staying in the fight or catching up to get into a fight. I
I
think
still
it'd
like
be
my idea.
well, that's great. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, man. Great idea, Candy. I love it. I hope they implement it.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
really
You know what?
great,
Me
Candy.
too. And when they do, I'm gonna come back to this to reference this episode. I'm gonna comment and be like, "See, Poner, I told you."
Timestamp it. 50-minute mark roundabouts. You know what? I'll just
Yeah.
do it in the video description so we can come back to it.
Watch them implement yours.
Remind me, 1 year.
Yeah, dude, I would cry laughing if they honestly did that.
man.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really have anything else to talk about for this last patch because I haven't really been playing Watson. So that's kind of all I gotta say about that as far as Legends go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Watson, that I feel like this nerf is going to take her out of the comp meta. So basically her ultimate
Maybe.
only lasts for like 90 seconds. Even if she can carry more alt accelerants, which gives her an instant ultimate.
Yeah, because she relies on RNG now to find the alt accelerants to power it,
Yeah. What do you think, Poner?
Players are still trying to use her, and I will say that, I mean, there's not a lot of Watsons out there in scrims, and I can't remember the last time I saw one in ranked. I haven't been playing a lot of ranked lately, of course, but like the few times I have, like I don't really think I ran into any Watsons at all. And with the new crypto / Revenant push and a Wraith portal to boot, like Watson is pretty much dead. I'm pretty sure. I think they nerfed her too hard. But whatever. Like, because now Watson's not. It wasn't fun, I should say, to play in pubs. She was okay in ranked, and she was god tier in scrim. Like you never saw a squad without it. Now it's like she's terrible at everything, and I hate to see it because it's like the one character that did not deserve it.
Yeah. I think actually she probably got nerfed harder than Pathy. Like,
oh, for sure.
Like, holy cow! Talk about suffering from success. The Watson story. Jesus Christ. What else happened? I like the
Crypto Town takeover.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to talk about. It's not character related, but the Crypto Town takeover.
It's fun.
It is really cool.
I think that's so fun. It's in the corner of the map, so even if it's like it really affects the game, and maybe then the information is certainly very strong. It's at least like generally going to be out of the first zone. Would love to see like a high level play zone end around there and just see a team like
Possibly
holding
pinging.
up like from like the general's like command room, just playing war games in there.
Don't let him get through. Hold the line.
Dude, we made that joke the other day. I was like, General Boom, what's the situation?
Well, as you can see, I think it's really neat, very fun, and not enough players have been activating the satellite while I'm not there, because how does it give walls to everyone, or is it just people
the
within
team.
a proximity?
It gives walls to the team who activated it, I thought.
Owner, you were there.
So
We saw people through walls.
I think it's bugged because Lou was talking about that last night when a team hit the scan. They were like in repulsor, I think, and they heard it go off and nothing happened. And they looked at their maps and like they couldn't see anything. I think maybe I'm remembering this incorrectly, but they think it's bugged or there's something weird going on with it because there's also like a little circle radius that comes out of the POI when you hit the scan. So maybe it's only teams that are like immediately within the POI area.
Right.
It's not the whole map because like when I don't land there, I have never seen it pop up on my notifications. So it's definitely not map wide.
I don't think I'm so confused. The only team that could see everyone else is the team that activated it, right?
No.
What I'm referring to is one time I was at Cage and a team hit it. So it's not so close, but it's not so far. And I'm almost certain it gave me walls. Like I was fighting a team and I saw silhouettes like blinked through the wall.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was like a Bloodhound scan.
I saw it too.
Bizarre.
How do you know it's not a Bloodhound scan?
Because it didn't say sonar detected.
Right. Or something like that.
3 head.
I have a 5 head on my face. Just to let you know.
Plus, you don't see the enemies when they sonar. You know, like this is a reversal ability.
Reverse sonar.
Here's where we are, guys.
Submarines hate him.
Captain, we're using the sonar. You're giving away our position.
Haven't gotten nerfed. I hope you're happy, Poner.
No, I'm not. It's still freaking overpowered, man.
Yeah, I just pretend that
it's
don't
crazy.
shoot the first 5 bullets, and then it's just normal havoc.
Yeah,
I just close my eyes for a half second.
It's like mildly noticeable when it first starts going, but then it's just like, I don't know. I think it's like one of those guns like the R9, where in the hands of the very good players, it's unbeatable. And unless they change the damage model, it'll just always be that way.
How before all this, we would argue about Devotion versus Havoc, and I would always be like, dude, the Havoc is so good.
The Havoc had a mag at the time.
Yeah, Candy, like we've had this conversation so many times. No. They literally vaulted the Devo, so I won that argument.
No,
and then
no,
yes, that happened. And then when you pick up a Havoc, it's literally a golden Havoc minus turbo, and that alone, because of the recoil changes that they made to it, is what made it so good recently. It was better. I don't know about now, but like
I think it was better back in the turbocharger days, man.
No, the recoil was higher, and it was like if you didn't have a mag, like Boom was saying. So like if you go into the training grounds right now, you pick up a Havoc and you just start spraying at one of those big targets, you can do 504 damage without headshot multiplier. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like before 20 rounds, right? So it's 8 rounds less prior to the mag.
Before
change.
It was 24 rounds, I think. Base.
Oh, was it? I thought it was 20.
No.
It was white, blue, purple. So what was it? 24,
it was 24, 27,
28, 32?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Something.
Wait, so what was it without a mag?
Maybe like 23 or 24. I
Pretty sure it was 24.
I thought it was 20.
Bro, I'm the Havoc Master. Okay, I would know. Let me look this up. Hold on.
That's what we all refer to you as.
The Havoc Master.
Yeah, that's what we all call you.
Yeah.
Hold on, look that up real quick. I'm about to piss my pants. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Let me see. Yeah, max size 24. And this article is dated February of 2020. Huh. February of 2020.
February of 2020.
Was that when we still had energy mags? I'm almost positive it's 24, bro. And even at 24, it was still great because it would shoot slow enough but do enough DPS where I could still kill people early game, no problem. And I honestly think the recoil before turbocharger was a thing or was removed, it was better than what it is now. What it is now is a monstrosity, dude. It kicks like a freaking mule.
Yes, just ignore the first 4 or 5 bullets, and then it's normal again. It's just like early spray recoil is like way through the roof.
See, in that case,
I agree with you. I don't know. As far as like the Devotion versus Havoc thing, like it's it's now like it's dead to me because it's a
It's never
non-issue.
dead to me.
I know that this is the hill you're choosing to die on, but I
Right.
agree with you that
mountain.
maybe I personally slept on Havoc without turbocharger.
Yeah.
Like if it's more like, you know, similar to how it is now. I mean, the thing has like damage down range. Holy Lord.
It's got massive DPS. It does 17 damage per shot. It shoots slow enough. Like, so the thing is, it's like the R99, it's great, but it burns through the mag really quick. Like the Havoc's damage model is where like the each bullet is hits really hard, but it shoots slow enough so it's forgiving, you know? So like you can, even if it only has, I remember when it only had 24 bullets, like it was fine, you know? I don't know.
So did we find out what it was with that white mag? Was it 24?
I saw one article saying it's 24.
What about the other articles?
Haven't found any other article.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm still looking.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, man. Because like, I feel like the time to kill with the R9, especially if you hit some headshots with it, it could be like really quick. Like I've one clip people where I'm like, wow, that was quick.
With an R9, you mean?
Yeah,
R9
okay.
DPS is 198.
What's Havoc DPS?
That I'm not sure of. I just need the R9 off the top of my head because Prowler is 200 exact.
I remember when I did my weapon balance video, the Havoc, prior to all these changes with a turbo on it, it was like about 1 second flat, maybe even less than a second. So now with the spin up time, it's just over a second. So I mean, I think with the Havoc now is still.
So you're talking about time to kill,
right?
Damage. Okay.
Yeah. So I think the time to kill on a Havoc, if you hit your shots with it right out the bat, was faster than R9. I don't know, dude. It's just weird. I don't know how to balance the Havoc anymore. Like it's in a better spot for sure. I've noticed myself, like I don't run it as much. I still don't really think it's enough, but I'm also not running into Havocs in pubs either. So maybe this is enough, at least for like, you know, Jokey was saying on controller, he said it's really noticeable for him at range. But like if you're like on mouse and keys, like I said, if you can just control the recoil really well, then things crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just work here, man.
Me too, man.
I feel like we're gonna hear about the doc ban tomorrow, man, and it's gonna be like I hope it's nothing crazy. Like I man.
Hope he comes back. We need him.
Yeah. I just hope like lives aren't ruined over whatever this is, because we've been seeing too much of that lately.
Yeah.
Crazy cancel culture.
Seems like this is more serious. This isn't like a grassroots like cancel doc thing. It seems like whatever it is it seems pretty serious. Like Twitch wouldn't want to do this. So yeah, I hope that everybody's safe and not too many people are hurt over it.
Yeah.
If
it really is a perma, oh my, crazy.
Well, I gotta go and take care of my kid. But I think we about covered everything, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think so.
Wait,
no, we didn't. One last thing.
Oh,
Boom Razzle made partner on Twitch.
Oh yeah, congratulations,
Boom. Pog you.
Thanks, guys.
Congratulations again, Boom.
Yeah,
thank you.
We knew like 2 weeks ago, guys.
Inside corner. No, thank both of you for just, I don't know, all of your support, your friendship, and just the games over this last, I mean, many years before I even started streaming.
Quit your day job, become a full-time streamer.
Whatever you say. 1 month later, it was all Candy Brew's fault. He told me to believe in myself.
As Megan's falling for a divorce.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna make the joke.
Candy, do you gotta go burp your kid or something like the second, or do you have 5 minutes?
I got 5 minutes. Yeah.
Well, because Poner and I put you on the spot because you clearly do so well under pressure. Last time, Poner and I shared our fondest Apex memories because we asked our guests their fondest gaming memories.
Mm-hmm.
We dialed it in. Candy is working his way through a panic attack. So mine was, I wasn't even there, bro. My favorite Apex memory was literally watching your video of you, Poner, and Chaka throwing gas traps and jump pads on Chaka's arm shield on Gibby.
Yeah, that
and
was
watching
really
him
funny.
jump around the map.
That was lit. Yeah,
Yeah.
mine was when we stayed up really late that night to get the 888 badge for you and Boom.
Yeah, that was
And
good.
that video that you made.
And then you made a video.
Fire, straight fire.
That was a
Best
good one.
Kangaroo video to date.
Jesus. It was a good one. I'm trying to think.
I mean, it's no gold armor, but still.
There's been a bunch, but I feel like a lot of them happened towards the beginning of the Apex
Yeah,
time.
I agree.
Like funny bugs like that just simply don't exist anymore. Like the Gibraltar gas traps and stuff. I don't know.
T-posing.
T-posing was really funny. I don't know, man. Or the time when we had Q-Star grapple onto the dragons. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
Wow. I forgot.
Yep. So, and solo queue was lots of fun. I don't know, man. Like there was a lot of good ones, but I would say the Gibraltar bug was up there. That was a pretty good moment. God damn you, Boom, for taking my freaking yeah. Or the all legendary loadout one was pretty decent too. You know, we got all the legendary. I mean, it's easy now, but like back then it was really difficult. Like really difficult.
Yeah,
and
and
that
the
was a
bonus,
feat.
man. The bonus, we got the stabilizer, we got the mastiff, we got the
we
Kraber.
got Kraber, everything.
Exactly.
So, yeah. I don't know. Honestly, I would have to agree. The caustic traps was up there, and the flyer grappling was up there. So
Definitely the moment. I forget Q's reaction. I'll have to watch the video one more time. But he had a really cute, authentic reaction.
it was a belly laugh.
And he like really rode that flyer. Like I remember we then
He went
tried
up
to
there.
duplicate it,
It was Daenerys.
and he was up there like a while. Like he somehow really spun because you can't break the pathy grapple, and
yeah.
if he was like bull riding, that was like a 10 out of 10 run.
Yeah.
Bull riding.
I can only compare it to that.
He did like 3 rotations on that dragon and went so high in the air. I don't think I've ever seen a character go that
Right.
high before. I was
Right.
like, wow.
Yeah, those are good times.
Yeah.
Make Apex great again.
Anyway,
Or the
Right.
boxing match. Do
Kenny.
you remember when 1v1 modes came out? What?
In a boxing
no,
match.
boxing. What are you talking about?
You don't remember when 1v1s first came out? I think it was me, Chalk, and Poner.
Oh yeah.
And we set up like fences, like the Watson fences, like a box.
Like as in you were the last 3 alive in a
no,
solos
just in
match?
fire,
No,
just
in
in
training
fire,
grounds.
Okay, in the
just
firing
training
range.
grounds.
Okay, yeah. I do remember that.
That was funny. Yeah, lots of good times.
Yeah, that was great.
Uh,
I was gonna say, can you go take care of your kid? Why don't you take us in a quick outro for you?
all right. Well, thank you everyone for listening. What do I even say in the outro?
That was good.
You thank people for listening. You reiterate the name of the podcast.
All right, sorry,
and then
I just work here. All right,
you
all
just
right.
say the names of your co-hosts, and then
You don't gotta hold my hand. Jesus.
And then you also say Huge Poner is the best wraith of all time.
So Huge Poner is the best wraith of all time.
He said it. He said it.
And Havoc is not broken. And Octane needs a buff. Good night, everyone. I'm just kidding. But yeah, this has been the 3 Stack podcast. Thank you, everyone, for listening. You can catch us on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Some people are asking for iTunes and stuff. How's that?
Yo, yeah. Well, I gotta go check the Apple thing. We're
Yeah.
due. Like,
yeah, it was like a month wait, and it's been a month
Yeah.
or something.
been over a month, man. It's been like 2.
It's been a while.
I'm gonna go talk to Bill Gates about this.
That's not.
Mr. iTunes.
Sorry, Jeff Bezos.
I have a query.
uh,
I'm gonna go at Tim Cook.
At Mark
is that the CEO?
Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg. Why is my podcast not on iTunes?